Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for joining us at Eureka Springs channel. I'm Melody Purr, your host, and I'm coming to you live from Eureka Springs, Arkansas, which is, to my opinion about all this, is that we are in the best location in Arkansas, the northwest corner of Arkansas, where all great things happen. And here at Eureka Springs channel, we're here to celebrate all the good people, the good places, and the good news that comes out of Eureka Springs and all the good people that come to Eureka Springs, and we want to see you soon. We've got a little special segment today that we wanted to go to some of our local stores and talk to them. We have a special store here in Eureka Springs, and we've got a little bit of a tour coming up, so I'm excited about that. Spring is here, and we're all ready to get out and about and start shopping again and enjoying ourselves, but this is a store that is open year-round here in Eureka Springs and does a great service to our community and to all of our tourists, actually, that come to town, too, who like to cook and do things in their Airbnb or their lodging. You'll find a great place to shop here at the Eureka Market, which is an organic grocery store here in Eureka Springs. And one of the owners, Sam and Megan Kirk, own the store. And Megan is going to join us today to talk about what's going on at the Eureka Market. So if you guys will, please welcome Megan. Hey, Megan.
Hi, Mel.
How are you?
Good. Thank you for the opportunity for the store tour.
Well, you're in the best section of the store, I see. Give us a walk around your store. Let's just take a look around. Talk to us.
Real quick, I want to say that I'm going to do the tour maskless because I've been vaccinated and my camera crew is a household member. Otherwise, we are still masking here at Eureka Market. And I also want to give a shout out to our hiring. We are hiring 2 positions right now at Eureka Market, a front-end register position and a stockroom position. So if you are interested in that, please bring a 1-page resume to our store. We'd love to talk to you. There's a little bit of a hiring crunch in Eureka Springs right now, so come and see us. I'm going to start here in the produce department, which is probably the most important department as far as health goes. All of our produce is certified organic, or it is local, non-certified, but grown according to organic standards. You'll see these tags when it's a locally or regionally grown product. Carrie Mary, who's worked for us for 10 years, she works really hard to bring in as much local and regional produce as possible. So you can always see what's available by checking for these tags. Lots of good greens and lots of good produce coming in this time of year. We absolutely love our produce department. It takes a lot of work to keep it fresh and good, but that is work that we're willing to do.
Yes.
So I'd also like to take you down here, and we're going to go check out the supplements department. On the way, let me show you. These are other tags to look for in the store. We hang hundreds of sales every month at Eureka Market. Really good discounts. When you are shopping at a natural food store, maybe you're accustomed to paying a little bit more, which is why we are so dedicated to shopping the sales and passing those deals on to you. Okay, we're going to go over to the supplements department. Our supplements department offers free consultations Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays from 10 to 1. This is a time when you can bring your questions and talk privately with a consultant in this department. It's a great service. Don't be afraid to take advantage of it. Now I'm going to swing you around and show you a little bit of our bath and body department. Our bath and body buyer, Freya, has a very high standard for ingredients in these products. So we end up with a lot of very high-end products. And again, look at all these sale tags.
Amazing. Do you do this? Do you have this many sales this often? My goodness, I love all that.
We hang hundreds every month. It takes 2 staff members pretty much all day to get all the sales hung for the month. And a lot of the sales run for 2 months. So if you don't shop at our store, you might not realize how many good deals are to be had here.
Well, we've got a question while you're standing there at the Bath and Body Products. We've got a question out on the internet that I'm going to show to you. We've got a question from Sharman Bogle Garrison. She wants to know, what is your favorite bath and body product? Good question.
It is a good question. I tend to rotate. Whatever Freya has brought in, I will choose from that selection. So, for a few months, it might be hyaluronic acid. Then it might be argan oil. Then it might be sea buckthorn oil. And I just rotate through the wonderful products that are coming through this store on such a good discount.
Love it. Great question, Sharman. Appreciate that.
Okay, we're going to swing around this way. We have a very active probiotics cooler full of all kinds of probiotics for your needs.
Okay.
We're going to say hi to Lisa as we go by here.
Hey, Lisa.
She has been purchasing and buying flowers for us to sell. We have a lot of flowers available, and certainly around holidays we have a lot of flowers.
And I see you have all your safety items there at your checkout for everybody. That's nice.
Yes, we do.
The screens and everything. That's awesome.
Let me point out this meal kit department. Several months ago, during the depth of the pandemic, we started putting together these meal kits. And what they are is kits that have everything you need to make a meal in the bag. It'll tell you what you need to add in and different alternatives you can add. These are quick, easy, and delicious. If you haven't tried our meal kits, come check these out. Okay, we're going to come over here. What I call this area is snack heaven. This is where we have our bars,
no doubt,
our nuts, dried fruits, crackers, cookies, chips. We love to be able to provide for the hikers and the bikers and the lake people. We also have about 1 million different hummuses available, dips, cheeses.
Wow.
Move into the bulk department. Our bulk department has a trifecta of 3 really great products. Our locally roasted coffee, our regionally baked Serenity bread, and our bulk nuts and snacks.
Wow, that's a great display there, Megan. My goodness. So in the bulk department, I mean, I can't see very close up, but what is that, beans? What have you got? Nuts?
We got beans, we got nuts, we've got coffee in
Oh.
bulk, we've got chocolate covered items, we have rice,
Goodness.
popcorn, lentils, a whole bunch of stuff. Recently,
Wow.
we transitioned from scoop bins to these gravity bins due to COVID.
Yeah.
These are much more contained, and we're really happy with how this has turned out, and no more worrying about hands in the bins.
Exactly. Awesome.
Okay, we're going to go over here. This is our frozen meat. I just want to point out a few new meats that we have that you don't see every day. Venison, elk, lamb, bison, including quite a selection of Terra Rosa meats that are produced locally here in Eureka Springs.
Wonderful.
Now down this way, this whole aisle is all of our frozen goods, lots of good convenience meals, frozen berries, frozen vegetables. We are pretty heavy on plant-based items, so we have a lot of alternatives to meat, plant-based alternatives, which are very popular at our store. Come on down this way. I want to point out down here, we have a nice selection of local and regional honeys. We have a few regional jams. We have regional maple syrup. Let's swing around this way. This is our alternative meat and cheeses dairy alternative cooler. Lots of good alternatives if you want to avoid dairy.
Wonderful. That's quite the selection there. I'm not used to seeing that many selections. That's awesome.
We have a lot of plant-based by demand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Down this way, this is our traditional dairy cooler. We have regional eggs and a whole selection of milks and dairy, yogurt, butters, lots of selection. This is a real popular door with the protein drinks, the cold pressed juices, and kombucha, which continues to be one of our best sellers.
Love it.
Kombucha choices over here. In fact, the whole drink cooler is very busy this time of year and going into summer.
So Megan, I mean, you're very knowledgeable there. And what I love most about when I come into your store is the knowledge of your staff. Everybody there, I don't know if you guys are just ultimately training these folks when they come in to work for you, but just even an opportunity to work there would be almost an investment in my own health, because they're so knowledgeable.
It is. I mean, we're definitely in a learning environment. It's very hard to keep up with health information, as you may know. So we're always reading, circulating articles, reading labels on new products. It's a real learning environment and a very healthy place to work. So I encourage you again to come apply.
Come apply, yes.
I want to show you our deal breaker shelf. This is where we have our monthly rotating specials. A lot of these products are 20, 30, 40, 50% off, and these rotate every month. So this is a great place for value shoppers to check products out right here on this shelf.
Okay.
Over here, we've got our local baked goods from Eureka Sweets, very popular department, as well as fresh coffee that we keep brewing all day long. I want to point out this handout while we're over here. We do offer a curbside shopping service due to COVID. We are going to continue that service. You can order online, you can pick up in store, or you can call, place a phone order for curbside pickup. You can come get a handout, all how to do that anytime we have them.
Okay. And the website is eurekamarket.net for those of you that are wanting to go to their website. Go there. I love the fact that you're continuing with the curbside. I think that's even beyond when we get past COVID. I just think that's such a wonderful convenience for so many people, and especially if you're not feeling well in general and you need some recommendations for supplements while you're ill. Having that service is so nice.
Yeah, we will do curbside service for any person for any reason. Anything you need, we can get it out to your car for you by a call or doing the local online ordering.
Okay. We've got a question for you from Gretchen, and she's asking, what's your number one recommended supplement?
I think that would I'm going to take two on that one. I think that would have to be a probiotic and vitamin D. Both very critical for mood, immunity. Those are my top two when people come in and say, I don't take anything, where should I start? Probiotics feed the gut. The gut is really associated with digestion, but it's so much more to it than that. Mood is very tied to gut health. So people that are supplementing with probiotics are not only helping their immune system and their digestion, but they are improving their mood or keeping their mood in a good place. And then vitamin D, with a lot of research behind it, is really a must for everyone, no matter where you live. You're not going to quite get that therapeutic amount of vitamin D, which is hard to do. So those are my top two. Great.
Fantastic. Thank you for that question, Gretchen. I have a question myself that I'm just sitting here listening. So, you know, that as we go into our spring, and I came in your store, so I kind of know the answer to this question already, but I thought we could, maybe you could take folks back over to your supplement section. Allergies, because the pollen, we're fixing to have a whole yellow show up on my back porch, and I'm going to start that whole process of needing to supplement. So show me what you'd recommend.
The most popular is a product called Quercetin, and Quercetin is basically an onion extract that has natural antihistamine qualities. Quercetin helps a lot of people, especially if you use it in conjunction with a nasal wash. This is a xylitol-based nasal wash, and you can physically wash debris out of your nose. It's necessary when, like you said, we have that thick pollen going on. So an antihistamine and a nasal wash. I recommend that people keep this in their shower. When they wash their body, they wash out their nose. Really effective.
Yes, that's it. I did not get the other that you just mentioned, but I did get the nasal wash, and I think there was something else. Was it elder? I think I was coming down with the flu. It seems like I had elderberry or something like that I took.
Yeah,
yes,
we are heavy on elderberry. We've got so many choices of elderberry because it's really got pretty solid research for flu in particular. So we do go through a lot of elderberry. And let me show you over here. We have lots of free literature available. We actually researched and created all these handouts. These are not stock handouts. These are handouts that we put together. They're always free. They're always available. And they're full of information. We update them regularly. So we always try to stay on the cutting edge of new information.
Yes, I love that you guys really are thorough with all of your research, and I've always been very impressed by. So you said that there's consultation. Are there certain times during the day that you offer that? I think you mentioned something about that earlier.
Yeah, 10 to 1, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursdays, and that is a free 20-minute consultation. It's helpful if you write down your questions. You can even bring in current supplements that you're taking for us to evaluate. People will bring in supplements and say, well, I got this at Walmart. What do you think about it? And sometimes they're fine, and sometimes they're just very low potency. And a customer would never really know that unless they either do their own research or bring us the question. So we can assess supplements for you. We can talk about lifestyle. It's not all about popping a pill. In fact, it's mostly not about popping a pill. Having a whole food, natural lifestyle with good sleep, good exercise, fun with friends and family, and a supplement regimen is your best bet.
Okay, great information. While you're over there in the kind of the allergy section, we've got a question I think is very interesting. Christy's asking, is there an allergy supplement suggestion for children, 4 years old in particular?
Let's go look over here. All the way down to 4 years old is a little bit tricky because a lot of packages will not recommend to that young of a person. If it was me, I would make sure they're taking a good child probiotic because that's going to support the immune system, which is going to help with allergies. If you can get a child on board with a nasal wash, tricky, but if you can, maybe at bath time, that would be helpful. Maybe take a good high quality vitamin C, again, boosting the immune system. So those are a few ideas for kids.
Got it. Wonderful information. So I've got another question for you. I love these questions. You guys just keep them coming. I love it. Sam wants to know, how can I transition to a plant-based diet? How can I break my sugar addiction? Oh my God, I need the answer to this question too. Where do I start? Yes, please tell me. Chocolate is my weakness.
Yeah, you're not alone. As far as transitioning to plant-based, what I would recommend is just come in and try some things. We have lots of plant-based products on sale. That's a good place to try things and just find what you like. If you love sausages, try some of our plant-based sausages and see which one works best for you. So just trying things is my advice on that. Now the sugar, that's a pretty big hill to climb. And what a lot of people do is they try to quit cold turkey. Some people are very successful with quitting cold turkey, and some people like to just slowly pare it down. I mean, the World Health Organization recommends that adults have 25 milligrams of sugar per day or less. And when you start adding up what you're eating, you get to that 25 pretty quickly. What's worked for me and some other people I know is to keep a list and turn your package over, write down your sugar grams on a piece of paper, and start seeing where you are. Let's say you're eating 75 grams of sugar a day. Maybe you set a goal of trying to keep it under 50. Maybe if you're at 50, you want to try to be at 25. Most people are successful if they don't go whole hog, and it's sort of a slow reduction.
Got it. Great advice. We got some more questions. Megan, are you game? Are you mind keeping answering some questions? We've got some great questions coming through. Loretta. Hi, Loretta. How are you? Loretta Crenshaw's watching. Thank you for tuning in, Loretta. She says, I know there are supplements that help with menopause systems. Can you recommend anything?
Let's go right over here. We do have quite a few different routes to help with this issue. And again, you have to try things to see what works for you. You know, are you targeting hot flashes? Are you really targeting hormonal balance overall? These two have a following, so that tells me that they're working. Mm-hmm. Evening primrose oil helps some people. That's going to target hormone balancing. And then all of these herbs here. And what works for one may not work for another. So again, people that get success with supplements are willing to try for a month. Doesn't help, move on.
Right. Great suggestions. And Chef Deva Paris, she says, will you ever carry a CBD herbal cigarette? I'd love one with, and I don't even know if I can pronounce this, Megan. You may have to, whoever's looking at this with me, mullein, mugwort, hemp, and maybe spearmint.
I've never been asked that, and I've never seen that product, but I would certainly open to it, Deva.
Wonderful question. Well, you know, I love that about your stories. When somebody comes to you with a request, you guys dive deep into it. I love that about y'all. That's awesome. And let's see, I've got a few more questions here from Charmin's asking a question. How do I choose a probiotic?
Good question. Let's go over here to our case. There are lots and lots of choices these days. Some are condition specific, like this is a probiotic that has extra goodies in it to support mood. This is probably the best seller. Half the town is on this one. This one has probiotics in it and some extra things targeting urinary tract. We got prostate. So you can go condition specific, or you can go with more of a basic, like a 1 a day, 30 billion. That's a good maintenance dose. We have them for men. We have them for women. This is the heavy hitter in the case. If you're coming off of antibiotics or dealing with a significant health issue, you're going to want to go with the big guns. And this one is excellent.
So do you just add that to your food? Is that a liquid, Megan?
These are mostly capsules. There are some liquids over here, and there are some powders over here. So if you decide the way you want to take it, then you can kind of shop in that area and see what's available here. The nice thing about the Garden of Life probiotics, which is all of these, is that they invested literally millions of dollars to figure out which probiotic strains are good for which conditions. So that's where you get these condition-specific ones that are very effective. Probiotics are best taken at night on an empty stomach before bed, so they can do their work without sugars and foods and other things. Really good time to take it as at night before bed.
So you've got those refrigerated. So I'm guessing that they have an expiration. Is it a fairly lengthy expiration, or?
Most of these need to be in the fridge. There's a few of them in here that can be on the counter because they're in a special bottle. Some people don't want to put their probiotic in the fridge and forget about it and lose it. So if you're one of those people, there are some options in here that you can keep on the counter, and it has a bottle that's going to keep its potency.
Okay. And Charmin also has one other question in regards to probiotics. She wants to know, can I take them any time of day?
You can. Like I said, it's best on an empty stomach, but getting the probiotic into people is more important than deciding what time of day to take it. Whatever works for you is the best time to take it.
Nice, nice. A great question, Sherman. Appreciate that. I appreciate all the questions from people watching. If anybody else has got any more questions, feel free. And I'm Megan. There may be more people that will watch this on replay and may have other questions that they may want to shoot out at you. So you might want to keep an eye on this thread for the next few days, just to, if you guys want to ask a question while you're watching it on replay, just put it in the comments. And Megan will try to keep an eye out for it to answer all your questions. So, I love all of what you guys are doing there. And, I was just thinking about you guys the other day. You guys have always answered the call. You guys are always been very supportive for our community in so many other different ways. What year are we at now for the Eureka Market? How long have y'all been here now?
This winter will be 20 full years.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible. That's incredible. I think you're here to stay.
Yeah, all my kids have grown up working here, and it really is a family business. And a lot of our staff has been with us for a few years, 5 years, and several even 10 years. So we have a very mature, long-term staff that we'd love to add 1 or 2 more people to.
Yes, y'all are getting that out there. They're looking for you to come in and help them out. So get in touch with them and figure out how we can get you guys extra staff members. I'm guessing that means business is good. Everything's fantastic. You just need extra help. So that's fantastic, Megan. I am so happy for y'all, all the great success that you guys are having all the past years. And I know you're looking forward to a wonderful future in Eureka Springs. And thank you for helping us all stay healthy. It just is a great service to our community in so many ways. So thank you so much. All right, guys. So thank you for joining us. And Megan, we'll catch you in just a few minutes, and I'll be right back with you after the broadcast. Thank you so much for taking this time. And thank you to your camera person who followed us around. Thank you so much. We'll see you later, Megan. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I love Megan and all the, seriously, a wealth of information for Eureka Springs. What a great service to have right here in our own backyard. So if you're interested in a great, like I said, an educational investment into yourself and a great job, sounds like you better hop on over to the Eureka Market. It's an actual prime time to invest in yourself as well as your work. So I want to thank them again. And I want to thank you guys for joining us today and all the great questions that came through. We appreciate all those questions that came through. And again, if you have other questions on replay, just put them in the comments and Megan will try to get to those for you. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you to our sponsors who help make this broadcast possible. We appreciate you very much, and we will see you again tomorrow here on Eureka Springs channel for another live broadcast with some exciting news from Holiday Island. So be sure and join us tomorrow at 2 p.m. for another live broadcast. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.